In Denver, Colorado, a city carved between sky and stone, you can feel the weight of reinvention in the air. Inside the Clyfford Still Museum, surrounded by the bold strokes and silent intensity of an artist who refused to compromise, I sat down with another man who built his life from uncompromising truth. With his new album set to release, You Can't Kill God with Bullets, he walks with the kind of purpose only pain, faith, and survival can forge. This album is scripture written in scar tissue and second chances. And this conversation is one of reflection, growth, discipline, and what it means to endure when the world fires off everything it has at you. Inside these walls, where Clyfford Still fought to preserve his artistic integrity, our guest talks about preserving his, the cost of greatness, the weight of legacy, and the conviction behind an album title that doesn't just challenge you, it confronts you. This is Frequency, and this is Conway The Machine. In Denver, Clyfford Still. It's been 4 years I've been trying to interview this guy. Where has he been? All around the world. He hasn't been in Buffalo, Argentina, London, Parisian nights. We got Conway, man. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
How you feel, dog?
Good to see you, man.
Likewise, bro.
Now, you had this new album, You Can't Kill God with Bullets. By the time they see this, it's fast approaching. You know, I just got a couple listens to it today. It feels, correct me if I'm wrong, more drum work than anything else. Like it seems like we're defining more of your sound and where you're going with your vision.
Yeah, that's fair to say. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what I'm on. You know what I mean? Just revolutionary. I'm feeling like I gotta be the, you know what I'm saying? Be the guy to show and prove. It's my time to show and prove. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I just approach the album in that way. That's why a lot of the you know, the verse work on there, the bar work on there is a little more visceral than usual and stuff like that, because I'm just trying to like make it known like I want the smoke, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it's funny us being here at the Clyfford Still Museum. Clyfford Still was one of these people that he took things into his own hands. Like this entire museum is only his artwork, right? And kind of, you know, parallel to you and your career, like you're making sure that you're crafting your own vision. Like what was your mindset going into this album, and like how long did it take to put this together?
But I've been working on this album for like a little over a year.
Yeah.
Like probably like a year and a half. My mind state was just pretty much like, that's why the title is what it is like, because, you know, I hear all the shots, you know what I mean? People would take shots and say little stuff, and I started feeling, I was in a place where I felt like I was being counted out and like just left on the side and forgot about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to, and plus I've been shot, so that's kind of where my direction was, like, you can't kill God with bullets. Like I had to remind myself, like, you know, who I am, you know what I'm saying? My value, my worth, like what I mean, what I've done up to this point, what I wish to continue to do. Like it was like a wake up moment when I started this album. Like man, y'all done woke up a sleeping beast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta stop playing, I gotta mature, I gotta grow, I gotta get more disciplined. And I just gotta get in my bag, and that was really my approach with this album.
You can hear it. Like you can hear it. It's like, it's just sometimes people, and you're not one of these people where it's like, yo, I'm trying to be commercial. I mean, you're Grammy nominated already, right?
Yeah.
But it's like you hear this album, it feels more refined, like, but still the authenticity of, from a core fan who heard you back in 2015 is still the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's what I was pushing for. That's what I was kind of hoping that people kind of, you know, kind of caught that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's still that same, I'm still that same beast, but I'm a different animal. You know what I'm saying? It was some Kobe shit. Like, I'm still on that, you know what I mean? So it still got that, like you said, it still got that sound. It still got the everything from the story and the you know, behind it, the artwork, the titles, the, you know what I'm saying, the beat selection, the you know, everything about it is still like what people grew and known to love me for. But it's still, like you said, refined. It's still, you know what I mean? And that's why it's dope we in this beautiful art museum, because I feel like my shit like a real beautiful piece of art. Probably my best piece of art that I've put on the canvas so far, in my opinion.
No, I agree. Let's talk. You know, the first name I saw that jumped out was, you know, you did it, Timbaland, right? And not to give it away, but you didn't, you know, with some songs which was refreshing, which you do. These are 3-4 minute songs. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, you only getting a minute and a half, 2 songs, 2 minutes, right? But with the Timbaland one, you did shorten it up. Like, tell us the process with that one. And
so, like with that Timbaland one, it's called, I call it Crazy Avery. That was my uncle name. He passed away a couple years, like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Crazy Abe. So it was like dedication to him. He would always push. He's like the reason I even started like wanting to rap and be an MC. He would always like push me to be like, man, step on everything, man. Go crazy, like. So I'm saying. So I wanted to dedicate that to him. And so on that, when Timbaland sent me that joint, initially it was for like he was doing an album. He was about to drop an album, come back out like, yo, I want you on this joint. You know what I'm saying? And I did the shit like probably that same day, maybe 2 days later, 3 days later, and it never came out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, one day I was just listening, I'm like, yo, this shit sound perfect on my album. Like, what's up with this joint? And he said, it ain't out yet. Put that shit out. He let me rock with that shit like that, and that's why I like so short. Because I wanted to just like end it like that. Like that was actually the entirety of the whole beat when he sent it. It wasn't like I didn't loop it or nothing. I just rapped from the start of it to the end, and I tried to use the same like what they call that shit, like syllable pattern on each bar.
No, you was going off. You went off.
It was like I was playing like fucking Django or something on that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No,
it's one of my favorite records like that. Like I was really like rapping my ass off on there.
No, you went in, and I'm gonna say this, guys. Clearly, I hit Conway. I said, can I get the album? So I could just listen. I wasn't gonna bootleg. I said, can I get the album?
You know what I'm saying?
He sent it day of, but cool, dude. New Devils, another one. Like, and usually when I listen to music, I'm not looking at the name of the songs, but like New Devils with G Herbo, man, like that's another one that you just went in, man.
Yeah, that joint was like, shout out to my boy Herb too, man. I fuck with that nigga G Herbo. He a good dude. He been holding me, we've been holding each other down. Like he always, man, give me my flowers and interviews and everywhere he go, he always like uplift me in that way. Like, no, that nigga Conway, he a real, you know what I'm saying, technician with this joint. So shout out to Herbal. So it was like, I definitely had to connect with Herbal on this joint. So when I heard that beat, you know what I mean, shout out A-Rad, the beat was so crazy. And I had already did my part, and like, it was like, the song ended a different even way, and I had it, I was living with it for like a couple of months, and then I just like, yo, one day I'm just driving like, yo, I should send this shit to G Herbal. You know what I'm saying? I sent it to him, he sent that shit back like this. And left Earth on that shit.
No, you did too. I mean, it's like, again, it's very hard for rappers to grow their fan base, but still stay true to, you know, who you are. Like, I'm checking your Instagram out, like, you got cats tattooing your face on their arm. You know, like, you look at some of these crowds, it's not Main Street, you know what I'm saying? It's not East Side of Buffalo. Like, how do you, or what do you think resonates with these different communities of people who are messing with you?
Honestly, I think it's a thing of like, a lot of times people love a underdog story, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a happy ending in a movie, you know what I'm saying? A guy who had it the worst, who had it the most rough, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To turn that around and actually, you know, the movie end in that type of fashion, like, I think people love to watch that. I think people love to see that.
Yeah.
And, you know, my story, even though, like, I'm sure, like, majority of my fans probably never had to do or been through a lot of that type of stuff on, like, the street side of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to see, like, my resilience from, you know, going through that, you know what I mean? In and out of jail, high school dropout, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting shot 3 times, you know what I mean? Shot in the head twice. To turn that around and signing with Shady Records and doing songs with Eminem and nominated for like 5 Grammys and touring the world. I think that just like, it's like a you know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
feel-good story, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, for people. And people tend to gravitate to that, you know what I mean? Plus, like, I think sometimes, well, a lot of times they can appreciate the transparency of when I get in my bag, when I, you know, all my music is, I'm just telling you my story, what I'm
Yeah.
going through at that time. So sometimes it's pain in that. Sometimes it's just I'm popping my shit, but them records where I'm like transparent and introspective, I think they appreciate that more, and that shit hit home. And I think that's what, you know, compel these niggas to tattoo me or spray paint me and shit on, and, you know what I mean, in Romania on a train, the side of a train or something
Yeah.
like that, you know what I mean? And it just, I think that's what it is, man, you know what I mean?
Conway didn't build his fan base alone, built it with family. With his brother Westside Gunn and his cousin Benny the Butcher, the trio changed the game, but lately we haven't seen them together and fans are hungry for the reunion. When I saw, and I know y'all family, and I know everybody always asks you this question, but what I smiled about recently, you had a show in New York, and just to see you and your brother on stage together, even though he was just there, it was like, for me, being a fan of y'all, it just was like, all right, cool. I'm happy to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Will we ever, in the near future, just see what we, you know, just a mixture of y'all? Because I know everybody busy.
I don't know, man. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Inshallah, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's out of my hands though.
got you.
You know, but I'm sure, you know what I mean? What's meant to happen is gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for sure. I went to Buffalo, right? Interviewed Gunn in the AKG Museum. I'm hanging out by the museum. People are so nice, like, oh, hey, how you doing? Good morning. I'm like, oh, this is dope. I'm like, yo, Buffalo is, I'm like, what are they talking about? Like, I wanted to know what y'all was talking about. I was like, these people are super nice. He was like, yeah, because you by the museum and you by the college.
Yeah.
He took me down May Street.
Yeah.
For y'all to come from where y'all come from, it's damn near impossible, right? And for you guys to be cousins, brothers, to make this happen, from that is like, and it's not, you're not from New York City, you're not from LA.
Right.
Like y'all made Buffalo a place where you had to go for hip hop, which
Right.
is like, it's beyond phenomenal. Like, can you talk about just like the early days of just not giving up? Because everyone has that story, but not from a place like Buffalo. So disconnected from,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly, 100%. I'm glad you know, you're speaking on this, because I feel like this is an important part of, you know, the story, the entirety of the story.
Yeah.
It's like what we did and how we did it, coming from where we came from. It's like next to impossible. And nobody would have thought that, you know, it could happen the way it did and it can unfold the way it did. But you know what I mean? Like for me, I could just speak for myself, man. I ain't really had no choice but to not give up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I actually gave up, and so I know both sides of that. I'm not no different than nobody else. Like I've had, you know, self-doubt, negative thoughts, whooping my ass, all that type of shit. I took losses, you know what I'm saying? I was been homeless, had to just figuring shit out. So, you know, I know that side of it too, and you know what I mean? When I got shot, I gave up too. Like, man, I'm 32, 31 years old, bro. I got my son, you know what I'm saying, with me now, living with me and shit. Like, what the fuck am I doing? I was filling out applications and shit, trying to get a job and stuff.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even want to, because I had my son, so I wasn't really trying to be, like, trapping or in the streets. I had just got shot 3 times. I'm 30, so, like, I ain't trying to be the old dude on the corner, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was in that space, and everybody was just, I was real down on myself and out, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? Shit, I just made my mind up, you know what? I'm about to just turn this whole shit upside down on niggas.
What was from having that thought of like, yo, I'm gonna take this to the next level, what was like some of those things that made you keep going? Like, yo, all right, my mind's made up, this happened, so it got me to keep going. You know what I mean?
I just was tired of what I was going through, and I still had the dream. I still believed that I was good enough. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I still had the dream and shit, bro. But it's like, you know what I mean? Looking at my baby, looking at my son. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looking at my moms and shit. You feel me? Shit, I'm going through. Like, I just wanted better, and I wasn't for not just myself, for my family, for my people, my niggas, but I also just wasn't ready to throw in the towel and just like let that defeat me. I felt like I was being defeated by a sucker. You know what I mean? Like, that shit just started not sitting well with me, and that just turned me to an animal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when that shit, I just couldn't let that shit make me fold. You know what I mean? That situation I went through, and situations I was in, I was like, it ain't nothing but pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's you know, pressure can get, you know, it can build up, but you know what I mean? And it get tough. But you gotta just push through, make your mind up, man. I just made my mind up, man. Like, I ain't going out like that. You know what I'm saying?
So what was are we talking like, what year are we talking? We talking like 20?
This is like 2000, well, when I made my mind up.
Yeah.
This is like 2012, 2013, really.
Okay.
Yeah, 2014 almost. Cause like, after I got shot for like the first year and a half, I really wasn't like, I was still going and recording, like, but I really wasn't trying to push. I really wasn't trying to really do nothing.
Yeah.
I was just, cause I was so like fucked up about my face, you know what I'm saying? Like, my face paralyzed. Like I said, I'm in my 30s, you know what I'm saying? And this shit becoming more and more of a, you know, at that time, like a auto-tune club, stand on the couches, younger type music, you know what I'm saying? And I'm rapping over it, you know what I'm saying? Like Ghostface instrumentals and shit like that. So I'm like, I don't know where I even fit in this scheme of things, you know what I'm saying? I was just overrun with doubt, you know what I mean? This was about, but I was still going to the studio, and I think that's what saved me and got me out of that shell. I was going to the studio, I had the bullet still stuck in my neck for like a year and a half. The first year and a half, like, some of them Reject 2 songs I recorded with the bullet. The bullet was still in my neck when I recorded some of them shits.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you could see that shit poking out. And you know what I mean? So I was still having music, making music, and I think that's what was a part of the turning point too, just listening to my shit and people telling me, like, I ain't like how I sounded, but people like, yo, that shit, you sound, I ain't gonna lie, like, you sound iller than before. Like, your voice, like how you sound a little iller, you sound a little more hungrier. And, you know, watching Get Rich and Die Trying, it's just like, that movie, like, shit, this nigga got hit 9 times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got hit 3. Like, and I could do this shit too.
Yeah. Talk about, you just made me think of a song on the album, right? You got Who Kid and Yayo. Like, it sounded like a G Unit, 50 Cent. You know, like he's gonna hop on a remix or something. Like, how, you know, how did that?
That was the idea for it. That was the idea. I wanted to take it back to some like 04, 05 mixtape. You know what I mean? G Unit is the future mixtape shit. You know what I'm saying? And that was just like You know, I got love, so much love for Tony Yayo, you know what I mean? 50 Cent, Uncle Murder, my nigga Banks, like that whole lane over there, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just was like, when I heard that beat, I'm like, yo, this remind me of that type of vein right there, you know what I'm saying? So I just got in that bag with that shit. But I got Yayo on this shit like recently. I had that song since like last year.
Okay.
I just recently got the idea like, yo, this should be ill. I just get Yayo on here just to do the ad-libs on some like old school 50 mixtape shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then once we got that, I'm like, let me hit up Who Cares to just make it all the way, you know what I mean, official. So that's how that joint panned out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if you look at your discography, right, like you're usually more busier than you were this year, right? Like this is a 25 release, but essentially it's a 26 release.
Right.
Was that deliberate? Was it like, hey, let me just fall back? Or was it, you know, what was the absence?
Nah, it wasn't deliberate, but it kind of just, I mean, we just had to roll with the punches and just like, you know, navigate through a lot of the shit. Like, I wanted to drop this shit in, you know, early in the year, March, May, something like that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm with this, I don't know, for some reason on this album, I just kept going back and like changing lines, changing verses, you know, getting the mix right. Like, listen, I got about 35 mixes of each record. Like, I just was very particular and hands-on with like everything, like from the mix down to getting the right artwork to getting everything, you know what I mean, to where I just fell in love with it, you know what I mean, where it was like perfect in my eyes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of that, my indecisiveness, you know what I mean, led to the delay, and then, you know, just a lot of other things. We just weren't really fully prepared to drop as early as we wanted to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, but it's actually perfect to drop it now, you know what I'm saying? Because all the noise kind of quieted down now. It was an incredible year. I didn't know that so many, you know what I mean, nuclear Scud missiles was gonna be dropping this year. But
sure.
you know what I mean, it's kind of the perfect time, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And let's talk about drum work, right? Because I know you're building that label, and you know you have artists. So like, how are you still maintaining what you need to do for yourself as a personal artist, and then build up these other artists and the business of drum work?
I still haven't really figured out it yet. You know what I mean? I'm learning as I go, Q. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, it get tough. It's very difficult. You know what I mean? It's because, like you said, like I'm in a space to where I'm still, you know, I'm still climbing that mountain. I'm still pushing my shit and going crazy. But, you know, I got people who like depending on me in a sense, you know what I mean? And just, you know, and I believe in them. I like they shit. They, you know what I mean, spitting fire, and they like genuine my friends or my real family. So it's just important to me to try to just, you know what I mean, do something and inspire something else. But it's definitely, you know, it takes away. You know what I mean? So that was playing a role into the music too. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just a lot of other stuff like, you know, behind the scenes shit and all that, man. That, you know what I mean? I got into you know what I mean, a dark place, you know what I mean? Because like I said, that's why the album is what it's called. You can't kill God with bullets, and the verses and everything and the shit I'm on that joint is so, it's like it's personal this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I started getting in a place of feeling like, you know, niggas don't fuck with me. You know what I mean? But then I'm just like,
are you talking about industry, or are you talking?
Just internally. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't got time. I just got to a point now. I don't really give a fuck. I ain't got time to worry about who fuck with me or not.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can stop me. And it is me who remains always. You know what I mean? But the industry is just weird. You know what I'm saying? And it put me in a state of depression, and where I was done. Before I started recording these songs, I didn't even want to look at a studio mic for a while.
Really?
Yeah. Then I just got compelled again, inspired again.
Denver isn't just a backdrop for Conway, it's part of the inspiration. Nearly 40% of You Can't Kill God with Bullets was recorded right here. The city helped shape the sound. What makes Denver special to you? Because, like, you come out here a lot.
Yeah.
Like, what's your connection with the city?
Man, like, so I came out here, I want to say in 2016, 2017 or something like that. I was touring with Freddie Gibbs, actually.
Okay.
I had a show out here, and I actually couldn't get a DJ or like a handler, a touring handler to like, pick up my back end and stuff. And that's how, when I first started meeting Chad, my assistant now.
Okay.
He introduced me to Kendricks. That's my artist that I work with now and shit. So he held me down. He showed me a hell of a time. And I'm just seeing this beautiful place. Like, yo, driving the highway in the morning and when the sun coming up, you seeing the mountains in the back and all that. It's just like, this is a beautiful city. The people out in Denver is awesome. The food, everything, the culture. I like Denver, and it just feels like welcoming for me. I don't know if everybody experiences like that, but it just feels welcoming. And I just met some great people who hold me down when I pull up out here, and I just come back over and over. Like, I love it out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my home away from home. You know what I mean? This shit beautiful.
And speaking of home, right? We talk. You are probably like one of the most. You're more recognizable in Buffalo than the mayor.
100%.
Right? How do you deal with that pressure? Because like you went from the underground of like trying to make it. Now you go to school. You go to your kid's school. Somebody rap.
Yeah.
You go to dentist, you go to barbershop, you go wherever, like everyone is trying to get your help. How does that now flip itself on its head?
I mean, sometimes it can be kind of overwhelming. It can be a little much, but most times it just reminds me of, my responsibilities, being put in this position. Yeah. And, I'm just thankful. And I some days it gets gray and foggy, but I always come back to remind myself how blessed I am. I never turn nobody away or make nobody feel bad about themselves. Like, I don't like to, because I done met artists and stuff when I was out, chasing this dream, and a lot of dudes treated me like, they was like assholes to me. Yeah. So I always promise I'll never do that. Like, I'll sign 500 of the tapes they got or whatever. Like, I'll greet everybody. I try to give everybody equal love, the way I would want to be treated. Yeah. So, when I get that kind of love, and then when I'm out in the city, it's just a reminder of how blessed I am and how much love I got out here, man.
But beneath the love and recognition, Conway is still working through the trauma that never fully left him. Some battles follow you, no matter how far you climb. It's like your diary. Like you let us know a lot of what's going on. And you say that, on this album, like, hey, like self-doubt, bipolar. How are you taking care of your mental health? I'll say that.
Probably not.
Really?
Yeah, I don't feel like I've really, really committed to getting through this shit, doing what I need to do to get through this shit. Yeah. It's almost like I'm just sitting around waiting for it to subside instead of just doing what I gotta do to take care of myself. And for all my life, the music was so therapeutic. The music was my therapy. Yeah. So like to get in a place where the music shit, the stuff that come with this music shit, just being Conway the Machine, like this the shit that's just driving me to this point to where I was like, I'm uninspired and just like not in love with this shit and don't want to work and record no more. I don't got my therapy no more. I never learned how to like heal or deal with none of that shit. It's just, in the hood, like we're in our community, we gotta tuck that in the trunk. We can't wear that on our sleeve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's ironic because the reason why I ask you that is because if you meet you, right, you may not say it, but if you listen to your albums, you telling me you giving it up. You telling us what's going on. You telling me about you doing math, your son got some issues with math, and ain't adding up. Like you giving us, you giving us yourself, right? So it's like maybe, and I could be wrong, but maybe I understand where you coming from.
Yeah.
Some, my mom passed 17. I'm on TV. I'm a public person. It took a toll. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I got to take care of this because I got these kids watching. It's too much pressure.
Yeah.
You go anywhere, not even just in the U.S. You go anywhere around the world.
Yeah.
Somebody's liable to know who you are. People want to take up your time. So it's like, I ain't telling you what to do. This ain't Dr. Phil, but you mean too much to not even just the fans, but to other people. And you help us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you help us. So
Just want to get that to you. 100%. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm learning. That's the part of, when we was talking about the maturity and just the growing. You know what I mean? Like I'm acknowledging, like, yo, it's time to, like, you know what I'm saying? This shit affecting me, affecting everything, my business, my household, my, my relationships and all that, you know what I'm saying? And me, you know what I mean? Most importantly, it's affecting my drive and my, you know what I mean, desire to do what I love to do since I was as long as I can remember, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a problem for me, for sure.
No, I give you this.
This album kind of getting me through that, like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That's why I can't wait for my fans. I can't wait for the people to hear this album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make it all clear.
Yeah, no, you really did. Like, and another thing I get from you, I was about to say something because I don't want to say this because somebody may see this who I know, right? I'll say this. I'll put it on me. Sometimes when I'm going through things, I may interpret the world a different way, and it may not be that way.
Right.
And I'm not talking about just music from you, but like maybe it's you maybe be reading some certain things a different way. Because I'm just telling you, like, even when you said like, yo, they was throwing shots or whoever, I'm like, who throwing shots at Conway? Because Conway, like, yo, pen crazy, authenticity crazy, like. You go, you said you went Philly with Gunn, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm from Philly, y'all. But like, like you're respected around here. You know what I mean? Like,
no question.
Yeah.
That
So,
makes sense.
what are some other ways that you're getting your creativity out? Because you got this album, and I know you're working on some other things.
Outside of just pushing the bros, and we've been working on getting this podcast off the ground.
Really?
Talking Sideways, you know what I mean, on the Conway The Machine network, coming real soon. But
so it's gonna be you doing. Give us the basis.
Yeah, just me in front of the mic, just giving you my weekly, you know what I mean, the weekly news from my perspective.
When can we get first episode 1?
Probably gonna be in the early in the beginning of the year.
Okay.
We're getting it together now. We're doing some shooting. We're gonna shoot something in New York. You know what I'm saying? And my co-host Sean. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna shoot some episodes and all that next week actually. But we're gonna start putting that shit out like January, February, probably like before we get to rolling out Reject 3.
Got it. How about, I heard you writing a movie?
So I got a little small, like, just some pieces of scripts, just on mad different pieces of scrap paper, balled up here and there. But when it's all together, it's gonna be like a short film, like a retro slasher flick type, VCR quality type, you know what I mean, horror movie, but from my perspective, my crazy ass mind, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm acting in it too if I get the chance. I'm gonna shoot it myself, produce it, I'm gonna write it, I'm gonna do everything myself. It's called Bloodbath Carnival.
Okay. So are we going to see that next year too?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Hopefully we can start, I can get that shit finally put together, the puzzle of the script, you know what I mean, put together and find the right pieces, cast the right pieces to fit for that, and we could probably start shooting, you know what I mean, by the summer, hopefully.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And every album
inspired by my man Kurt Sutter, you know what I mean? Shout out Kurt Sutter, man. Phenomenal with it.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
Yeah. It's like some shit I ate at in Greece, Rome or something.
Talk about that, bro. Like, you doing videos overseas now. You doing shows in places that people can't pronounce, like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, how's that been, man? Like,
it's awesome, dog. It's a blessing. I can't even put it in words how, like, the feeling I get when I be over there. To see that, you know, the stuff that I talk about, the stories from coming off May Street, man.
Yeah.
And seeing that this, you know, motherfuckers in Tbilisi, Georgia, listening to my shit. I'm selling out shows in Rome, Italy, and different places, man. Greece.
Yeah.
It's just an unreal feeling, you know what I mean? It's amazing, dog.
It was, what was the video? Was it 17.5?
I did 17.5 in Bogota. I shot that in Bogota, Colombia. I shot The Give and Give off Slant Face Killer. I shot that video in Venice. Venice, Italy. I shot Muddy in Athens, Greece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's unreal. I shot some content and some little video piece for Mahogany Walls off the new album. I shot that in Georgia, Tbilisi, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's unreal, dog. It's unreal right now.
What year would you say was the turnaround? Like, you know, and before you answer that, going back in the discography, that first album, people's albums, and I know you had mixtapes before, but 2015, like, that album, if you mix the music in with some stuff today, maybe it's sound quality, but like, it's really good music, bro. Yeah. Like, how long did it take you to get to that point? How long, you know?
Man, years, man. And I shout out my brother Spoons from Buffalo. There's two guys, but mainly Spoons, man. My man Spoons was very instrumental in like getting this shit, like, yo, man, letting me know, like, yo, you know what you out here can be, like what you is, bro, you could be one of the illest. And this was when I was, you know, 14, 15 years old. He was coming to get me, just to keep me from being like a knucklehead on the corner. Like, he would just come get me and bring me to his crib. He would have like all the studio pieces, the beat machine, the sampler. Even sometimes if he didn't know how to work that shit, he was just like, you know what I mean, he was doing his thing out the house, and you know, his people would come bring him studio equipment in exchange for his goods and services. You know what I'm saying? So they'll have like credit cards and stuff. Some of the, you know what I mean, his other clientele, you know what I mean? They'll have credit cards and shit, and he'd make them take them to Guitar Center or the music store and buy the equipment just for me to go here. Like, yo, you can be one of the best. So I love and thank my brother Spoons for that. And DJ Shay. You know what I'm saying? As we gotten older, you know, DJ Shay came along into the picture, and you know what I'm saying? And then I, you know, introduced him to Benny and Wes and everybody, and we started like being with Shay, and Shay was another one who just opened his doors and just did everything in their power, those guys. That's why I brought them up, to make us believe in ourselves. Like, look, y'all are the best and got the potential to be the best in its entirety, not just in Buffalo. Y'all just as good as Wu-Tang in them. You know what I'm saying? Like the guys who was hot at that time in them days when we 15, 16. So sometimes you need, you know, niggas ain't had no fathers and shit growing up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no father figures or none of that around. So you need an extra little push from somebody you look up to and respect. You know what I'm saying? So my nigga Spoons was that for me. Like, nah, bro, you nice, go crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope.
So going through that, to answer your question correctly, going through that is how I was able to make an album like Reject 2. Okay. Because my skill had already been being honed to make something memorable, timeless, you know what I'm saying, impactful, we can listen to 20 years from now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Conway's influence reaches into the world of sports too. Every project comes with those slick nods to legendary athletes. Is woven into the way he talks, the way he raps, the way he sees the game. from your athlete homies heard this album and what did they say?
Honestly, none. Ain't nobody
Really?
heard it yet. Nobody heard it yet.
Okay.
You just gave me. I gotta send this shit off, man. I gotta let niggas hear this early. I ain't nobody heard it yet.
I thought at least I thought you would at least KD was going. I was giving you
yeah,
an alley-oop.
nah.
I thought KD at least had it.
You know, sometimes I don't be wanting to bother KD during the season. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't want to bother that nigga with no rap shit right now. You know what I mean? Like, stay focused, man. I'm just keep dropping 30, dropping that 25, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a good idea. I think I'm gonna send that shit. I'm gonna send that to him today, man.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Send that shit. I think, you know what? I think Brown might have heard some shit from my man Shan. Might have pressed play on some shit from me. My man Shan Smith.
yeah.
He might have pressed play on some shit for Brown, but I think that's the only like athlete I let hear my shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who do you listen to? Like, who are you? Like, what we talked about 25 being an amazing year in hip hop. Like, what albums got you like, yo, they bringing it?
Shit, G Herbo dropped off with Nuclear Warhead.
Yeah.
That G Herbo shit. I listen to Sauce Walker.
Sauce dope.
I listen to that Clips album was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? My nigga Jid dropped some fire.
Yeah.
Dropped off some fire. Supreme 2 was crazy. The Emperor Clothes was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited for this Nas and Premiere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Mobb Deep album. I listened to that about 3,800 times so far. You know what I mean? I was mad I wasn't on one or two of them shits too, Havoc. No, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, that Mob shit that shit had me in a chokehold for the whole, since that shit dropped. That's all I really fuck with, that and that G Herbo.
Yeah. Now, I know, you know, your connection with Derringer. Like, can you just talk about that? Like, you used to sleep on his couch.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my best friends.
Like, but that's rare. Like, I think what y'all have, right? This is a movie.
Yeah.
Really.
100%.
I've never.
100%.
Like, you come from Buffalo. If y'all never been to Buffalo, go. I've been to La Nova by myself.
Check it out.
You know, give me the
That's right. That's right.
But like coming from there, making it with your family, making music with your best friend, and oh, by the way, he make Scud missiles for beats like that. It's rare. That don't happen. Like, but yeah, just talk about, you know, that connection with Derringer.
Nah, that's just the homie. We just we became closer through time, you know what I'm saying? Like, my introduction to Derringer was like through Wes, you know what I'm saying? Wes had a beat or two from him. Wes met him while I was in jail. Like, while I was inside, Wes was, before he ended up going to jail, he was going to like some open mic shit or something. He met that nigga Derringer like that. When Wes went to jail, then I'm home and shit, and I'm trying to cook, do some shit. I'm like, yo, da-da-da-da. Then one of my friends, rest in peace, my man B. Wiz, he's one of Derringer, you know, that's his best friend too, one of his best friends. Like, so, and I met Wiz, I don't even know how I met that nigga. I think through Chef Dread at the barbershop or something. And he kind of made that connection to Derringer. He like, yo, Derringer, it's this dude, man. It's Conway Machine, bro. This who you need to be making songs and an album with him. Yeah. You old beats, because Derringer is real particular. Like, Derringer is interesting, man, because I truly believe none of this shit was really his dream or none of that ever. Really? He's one of them type of people. He's just a lover of the culture, and he's just a digger. You know what I'm saying? He just want to go to the vinyl stores, dig for vinyl, collect vinyl, make his beats sample. You can't buy a beat from Derringer. You can call Derringer right now and be like, I got 200. Derringer, it ain't. He like that. He like, I don't know, man. I'm good. What? Like you get a Derringer beat, he reached out to you. You don't reach out to Derringer to get a beat. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. And sometimes I used to be like, bro, you in your own shell, you in your own way sometimes, but like that's how he move and do it. So it was Wiz that convinced him, you know what I mean? Because, like, at that time, I was rapping over whatever I could get my hands on. A lot of times it was like 808 heavy, you know, I was living in Atlanta at the time, hanging with, you know, my nigga Rocco, Future and them niggas and all that. So, you know, that's how my music was pretty much catered to the shit I was on. I was going to Onyx and Magic City and shit, throwing bread and living that lifestyle with Rocco and them.
Yeah.
And so that's what Derringer heard. So that wasn't attractive to him. He like, I don't know, man. He's a, forgot what he called that type of trap rapper or some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Wiz like, no. Listen, trust me. And I went to his crib and I just never left. I was going through some shit and then like, shit, you crash here, you know what I'm saying? And I just started being able to get access to the beats before he had sent them to West. You know what I mean? That's how I kind of built Reject. And in the midst of that, we became, man, locked in, close. Like, that's my right-hand man.
That's crazy. Yeah, y'all, like, y'all really live, y'all live in a movie, dog. Like,
Word.
I don't think outside of New York City or LA, you don't have a story like that in any other city.
Yeah.
You know? That's so far away from the industry. I'll say that as well.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
How is it for you?
I think we got one of the illest stories ever. Whenever at the end, whenever it does, and it's the movie on it, I feel like, man, it's gonna be like unbelievable, like edge of your seat. You gotta watch, cause like you said, man, a lot of this stuff, you know what I mean? You wouldn't believe, like you couldn't. It's hard to tell somebody, like, if you'd have told somebody, like, yo, in 2016, there's gonna be some dudes that's 33 years old. One of them got shot in the head twice, half his face paralyzed, from Buffalo, New York. That's gonna come out and be arguably some of the illest dudes to come in the last couple of decades.
Yeah.
It'd have been hard for people to believe, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see that. So I feel like I'm glad you spoke on that again, man, because that's important to me. When it's all said and done, I just want the flowers for that. You know what I mean? I want people to be inspired by that, because I know for a fact I had every reason to give up and just, you know what I mean, just lay down and just fold, man. And I stood tall, 10 toes, and pushed this Griselda shit to the forefront. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's, I think for me, what changed for me was going to Buffalo this year.
Yeah.
And literally Gunn driving me down May Street, like, no, that's where Conway would be.
Yeah, that's
like,
my block.
Yeah, he'd be like, right there. That's where I'm like here? He like, yeah, let's go around corner.
Yeah.
We went to all the murals. I'm like, this ain't you from Philly and you took a train to New York and you stayed there. It's not, oh, you from Macon and you drove to Atlanta. Like, this is, we on an island and it's very, very, you got like you said, you had every opportunity to give up, every opportunity to do something else and just like, well, this is just what life is going to be. And that motivated me to a totally different level.
100%.
Just being able to see that, man.
A lot of people can't handle that, make that type of decision I made. You know what I mean? Like, yo, to be like broke, fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And trying to figure shit out, and you're back against the wall to that capacity, and it was like, I ain't selling no dope, I ain't hustling, I ain't robbing, I ain't doing nothing else no more but just going to Derringer house, this white guy that lives on the opposite side of the town that we don't even know like that, who turned out to be, you know, got some of the hardest beats we've heard in the last few decades.
Yeah.
Like, it's really crazy, dog, when you think about how it happened, you know what I mean? But to make that decision, that's my lesson I be trying to teach, like, you know what I mean, my little homies and shit. Like, sometimes you gotta accept and learn how to be broke and bored. Because I lost a lot of people along the way, whether the prison or niggas got killed, you know what I'm saying? Because they were still outside, you know what I'm saying? I got shot being outside, going to just pass my mixtapes out, niggas spray the truck up, and I get shot 3 times. This shit could have been over for me. I could have been on one of these t-shirts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, that take a lot of how you say it, like wherewithal. Like it'll take a lot of, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Take
resilience.
balls to be like, I'm good. Fuck these hoes. Fuck with these niggas. What they think. I don't gotta trap. We could have did the biggest. I could have did it the biggest, but I chose to be over there, and like yo, cause I know I ain't what good am I if I'm in prison or I'm dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cause I'm still on the block. I'm still in the hood.
No, definitely.
Nah, man. I'm over here listening to these beats, sleep on this couch, eating these pretzels and these noodles and shit. Real talk.
Yeah.
And it was only for a year, you know what I'm saying? A year later, we signed to the Shady Records, Paul Rosenberg, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean, people went to jail and got killed and shit that was in my circle in my time. And in between that, just that year, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know.
And now we hear, man, I can't wait for them to hear this new album because it's, again, I'm a purist of hip hop and I'm listening to this like, I want to see, all right, he been off for a year. Mm-hmm. Like where that pen at? That's me, that's number one. Then number two, I'm like, all right, I read, you got Timberland on it. Uh-huh. Did he try to do lobster and shrimp? You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to, I'm looking.
Yeah.
And throughout this entire project, you stayed yourself, but you elevated your game. And it's like, bro, it's nothing but bravo, bro. Like I can't wait for them to check this album out. Seriously.
No question, man. Thank you,
Big
dog.
fan, bro.
Word.
Listen, Conway, we're here, Clyfford Still Museum here in Denver. Check out the album, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. Love, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you again. You know what it is.
Yes. That's how y'all do an interview, guys. I just want to let y'all know. After this album, you can't take another 12 months, 13 months off, bro. Like, come on, like.
Yo, nah. So we got Reject 3 geared up. We trying to. That's my intentions are just. I told you, I'm stepping. That's what I said in my tweet the other day. Like I'm done. Listen, I'm stepping. So we got this. You can't kill. You can't kill Gunn with bullets. We about to drop that.
Yeah.
Early in the year, maybe definitely first quarter. I can't say which one in particular, but we're gonna drop that Reject 3. We're gonna drop that Lulu 2 this year with Alchemist. I got an album called King that's fully produced by the Justice League. That's already pretty much done. I just gotta tie that shit up in a bow.
Okay.
That's gonna be dropping. We got the Drum the World, the compilation album. We're gonna be dropping that with E Murder and Kendricks and J Skis, SK, Goose by the Way. We got Goose by the Way album dropping. We got Kendrick's album dropping. 2026 is gonna be a beautiful year for the music. You're gonna, you know what I mean? That's why on the other side too is like I'm kind of glad it was, people got a chance to miss me for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you need to take a break instead of just flooding them back to back to back to back. Motherfucker get tired of you early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like somebody keep coming to your house every like, bro, I'm getting tired of you, bro. Go home. Eating my groceries up, you come home, man. Smoking my backwoods up, you like get out of here.
I'm glad that,
But this year, now that we done took that break, I done got myself together. I'm working on myself, but the whole time I've been building this music. That's what I'm saying. Like I've been dealing with going through all that shit we was talking about back there, but I still was cooking. You know what I'm saying? So, I got him. I got him.
So so part 2 of this interview will be in, I don't know, Georgia. I ain't talking about Georgia.
I gotta bring you to Georgia.
Yeah.
We gotta bring you to Georgia, to Tbilisi, Georgia.
We make it happen.